Hey guys, if you hear random screaming in the background, that's probably because my sister is upstairs. She finished school too, so I have to be careful of what I do around the house now. Since I'm gonna be having a lot more free time on my hands, I'm gonna be dedicating it to trying to put out more videos. The way I look at it, see, I can just play it smart and do everything at once. So while I'm doing the art making, I can videotape the process, make music for that video. I started getting addicted to these grass jelly drink. There's something about the taste. It's very nostalgic, close to something I've had, something that I loved as a child, but I can't quite remember what it was. Really just tastes like water and sugar with jelly inside. So I got more mail in. The reason why I wanted to make this video is I want to do an unboxing, but also near the end I'm going to be showing you guys some of the artwork that I've been able to receive from some of the people that had the privilege of being introduced to through the social network of Instagram. It seems like society is becoming a little more technologically driven and everyone's becoming more dependent on their devices, and it's scary, it's convenient, it's the future, really. It's such a true statement. Future will always be now, and that's why I'm excited to share with you guys the unboxing of what I've ordered online due to my splurging. Let's just get to it, shall we? Start off with this guy. What you see here are 4 CDs. They are the Final Fantasy collections, Final Fantasy 7 to 10. First of all, I just love listening to beautiful piano melodies. Just an example of nostalgia at its finest, but in piano form. Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, and 10 were pretty much the ones me and my brother grew up playing religiously. Honestly, I've gathered a lot of influence from just that franchise. This is the kind of music I could listen to for hours and not mind while I draw or take on any art endeavor. Yeah, let's get on to the next package. Since I got the fisheye for the camera, I've also decided to get this thing, which is a camera holder. Assuming that this should fit all Canon SLRs, this should fit nicely right around this thing. It's basically what it's made for. This is gonna help out with being able to film at lower angles. Pretty straightforward. Even says it right there. X grip extreme. Never owned one of these as a child. I was able to find, searching on eBay for some reason, something just clicked in my mind, and a couple weeks back actually, my friend told me that he got a Nintendo 64 and he ordered just a bunch of games from his childhood. When it was time to get you that console, depending on what your parents bought you, the video games that fall underneath that console are the games that you end up liking. Well, me and my brother were only able to get the PlayStation. So upon searching all over eBay, I found a seller who had a mint condition Nintendo 64. But it wasn't just any normal Nintendo 64. I specifically searched for a Pikachu Nintendo. If I open this now, probably gonna start playing it. I didn't order this without any games. It actually came with the Hey You Pikachu through this and two.
I will be a Pokemon master!
I also had to order games that, you know, the games that it goes with. Okay, so like I said, me and my brother only grew up with PlayStation. I kind of feel bad for the kids nowadays because they're filling their days up with more nonsense, really. Pokemon Snap, of course. This one was a classic and I'm so excited to play this, but I can't yet because there's too much work to do still. That's it for the new mail. Put this aside. Okay, now I'm gonna get to the more artistic stuff. As I was saying, I found that Instagram, for its functions, has played a really big part in the exposure that I've been able to receive for my art. I rarely show how thankful I am externally, but I have so much to be thankful for, and I don't know, I'm just a little shit. Definitely opened my eyes at how big the art world is out there, or the underground art world. But with Instagram, it's taught me how to be a little more organized. It's taught me how to be more precise in how I present myself. Having such a large follower base, for me, it kind of manifests a sort of expectation. The way I look at it, and I've said this in the past before, figure if you set your own personal standards high, then the only person you'll ever have to worry about impressing is yourself. I don't know if that comes off as a little self-arrogant, but I hope not. For me, having that set standard really pushes me to try the hardest that I can. And that's what all these influences are for, especially Instagram. Being exposed to all of this artwork that you're not normally exposed to is really a breath of fresh air. It's uncomparable to all the art that you see in the museums or all the art that you see on the streets. Since it is really photo based, you get to see a lot. That's also a plus side too, is the variety of art. For me, if I'm ever at a loss of inspiration, that's where I go to. If you have access to the internet, you have access to the world. It's really, really scary. I left everything in the other room, so let's just continue there. Here I am surrounded by the artwork that I made, whereas in an art college, all of the studios that surround your table or your little studio space is vastly different from yours. All this art is actually from various places around the world, from artists that I've had the privilege of being able to exchange and do art trades with over Instagram. First artwork is from my friend Gio, and this guy's a pretty cool cat. He's been following me for a while on both Instagram and YouTube, and I know that. This is insane. When I saw the post of this, I promised myself that I'd get a print. So when he actually said that they were available for prints, couldn't resist getting myself one. The early portrait that he did, it's always flattering when someone draws your portrait. Check that out. Nido King. And an Articuno card. I really want to get back into card collecting. Even though the cards that are being made by Pokemon today aren't comparable to the Wizards of the Coast ones that we grew up with as children, so I probably should stop spending so much money on cards. This next one is from a friend that works particularly in watercolor. This piece is pretty exciting. It comes from one of my other Instagram buddies named Reed. Amazing artist. I just fell in love with her style. I've said it before and I'll say it again. All her works are very cute, and honestly I just had to have one. So I actually requested an art trade and I drew her team for this one. The entirety of this piece just seems so delicate. Look! Oh yeah, by the way, I'm going to be posting links of all of these Instagram users in the info section down there because I want you guys to check out more of their art. This explains a lot, but those links explain a lot more. Birdichu, obviously, Glaceon, Blaziken, Scizor, Honchkrow, and Nidoking. I have to find frames for these, like ASAP. Careful. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you another portrait of me and my Pokemon team. And this one was done by yet another Instagram user. All I can say is, this is why I'm thankful for this globalized platform, because of art like this. And this is done by my friend Jeremy. I think I was the one that followed him because I fell in love with his art. Pretty crazy, the variety of mediums that he puts into one piece. Like, I can't even tell. And when I can't tell how you make art, that means I am motivated to challenge myself. For all of these, I'm thankful for the hours that you guys put into creating these artworks for me. I respect that you guys have the patience to be putting this much effort into, I don't know, something that I can in turn draw influence from. I guess it's like, it comes around full circle. Eventually, all of these paintings around me are going to be replaced by other people's artwork because that's how my mind works. For example, I can't be working on one piece for too long or else I get bored easily. And that's why I jump from one thing to the other sporadically, is because it's just so simple. I get bored really quickly. They are actually more art prints, and there's actually a couple of goodies that he decided to attach with the package, which I'm pretty stoked about. So I actually asked this fella, and his name is Jordan. He's a collector of cards, and so my brother actually came to me after getting knowledge that he was a card collector to get in contact with him so that perhaps we can do some sort of an art trade for old Pokemon cards. And so that's exactly what we did, is I asked him if we could do an exchange. So I drew him this Charizard picture, which you can see right here. And for that, he sent me a couple of prints. Cubone in a Thor helmet, cute. Birdichu reaching Super Saiyan level. And me riding Scizor. A shiny Scizor, of course. I love green, that's why it had to be a shiny Scizor. But along with those, he sent some trading cards. Base set Mewtwo, which I actually wanted to replace. Anyways, so Jordan, thank you. The actual card collection was handed down to me. It was missing like 11 cards, and I'm super keen on helping complete this set. But that is another journey. He even added these things. cards, which are pre-release Misty Cedar cards. I don't know why he had so many. He actually has a lot more of these, particularly Misty Cedars. And lastly, he was kind enough to add original Wizards of the Coast booster packs. These are the original. My hands are trembling. Do you know how excited I am, but at the same time nervous? There's a little part of me that wants to open these things, but at the same time, once they're open, they lose value. And I've never really been lucky with booster packs or any rare pulls. So, it might be risky. Do you know how long it's been since I've opened one of these? Like these in particular. Just years. Too long. I promised my brother, since he's the one that kind of put the idea in my head, I'm gonna give him the Venusaur pack. Because I remember when we were children, and he keeps reminding me. He pulled a Charizard from one of these things right in front of my face, and we got those booster packs for free from our haircutter lady right after we both got our haircuts. Yeah, for sure, I am definitely gonna open these things, but I promise you, I have had the worst luck. Actually, it's been too long, so it's kind of hard to remember. With those guys, that's it. That's all. You know what? I'm gonna be working towards getting myself a P.O. box, so that way any of you guys who care enough can send me things that I'll probably hoard. That has become my life. Honestly, I'm gonna be filling this space up with different sorts of artworks from a variety of different peoples. I'm just sick of seeing my own stuff. I don't know who else gets like that, but for me, it's nicer to have different outlooks. That might not be till later, so for now, thank you. Okay, so I don't know if it's because of the packs that he gave me or what, but so far we're 2 for 2 on the rare scale. Because I'm pretty stoked on the cards that I've received so far, but I really don't think the feeling has changed all that much since I was a child, because I'm still like, let's see what we got in this pack. As expected, a couple of the common ones. Dude, if I ever have the chance to be able to get one of these again, I'm definitely gonna jump on it because, man, that's crazy. Anyways, guys, if you haven't already, check out my latest art video, which is the Charmander sleeping on Totoro. All the links that I've told you guys to already check out are down below. Yeah, that's it. Dude, I'm so happy. Peace.